Dear students, today let us discuss about the physiology of nerve, part 3, synapses. Synapses is the gap between the axon of one neuron or the nerve and the dendrite of the next one. The average neuron has around 1000 synapses with other neurons. Based on the type of connections, synapses are classified into three types: axosomatic synapse, axodendritic synapse, and axonic synapse. Axosomatic synapse, it is formed when an axon ends on a soma or cyton or cell body of another neuron. Axodendritic synapse, it is formed when an axon ends on a dendrite of another neuron. Axonic synapse, it is formed when an axon ends on the axon of another neuron. So these are the three main types of synapses: axosomatic synapse, axodendritic synapse, and axonic synapse. So let us see what is the synaptic transmission. It is a specialized junction through which the neurons communicate to one another and also to muscle and gland cells. The transfer of information across a synapse is called as synaptic transmission. The transfer of impulse through synapse involves two processes, namely neurosecretion by axon and chemosecretion by dendron. Based on the structure, function of or nature of transmission of impulses, the synapses are of two types: chemical synapse and the electrical synapse. The chemical synapse, which uses chemicals like ACH, histamine, epinephrine, norepinephrine, and GABA, whereas electrical transmission occurs without the use of any of the chemicals or the neurotransmitters. Now, let us see the components of the synapse. In a synapse, the terminal branch of the axon, this is the terminal branch of the axon of one neuron and comes in contact with the dendrite or the cyton or soma of another neuron. So, this is the axon of one neuron and this is the dendrite of the neuron, and this is the cyton or the soma of another neuron. So this is one neuron and this is the other neuron. The neuron contributing the axon is called as the presynaptic neuron. This is called as the presynaptic neuron and the other neuron is called as the postsynaptic neuron. A gap lies between the presynaptic. So this is the gap which lies in between the presynaptic neuron and the postsynaptic neuron, and this gap is called as the synaptic cleft. The presynaptic fiber ends in an expanded terminal bud or bulb called as synaptic knob. So this is the synaptic knob. The membrane of the synaptic knob is called as the presynaptic membrane. So the membrane, this is the membrane which is called as the presynaptic membrane, and similarly the membrane of the other neuron is called as the postsynaptic membrane. The synaptic knob contains mitochondria and a large number of vesicles. So these are the vesicles, large number of vesicles called as the synaptic vesicles. These are the synaptic vesicles. The synaptic vesicles are filled with a chemical substance called neurotransmitters. These are the chemical substances which are filled with the neurotransmitters. The membrane of the postsynaptic fiber contains special molecular sites called as chemoreceptors. So here you see these are called as the chemoreceptors which are found on the other neuron. Now we will see how the chemical synapses occurs. The chemical synapse is a synapse where the synaptic cell releases the neurotransmitters in response to the nerve impulse. So these are the neurotransmitters which are released. The impulse from action potential opens ion channels for the calcium ions. The increased calcium ions concentration in the axon terminal initiates the release of neurotransmitters. The neurotransmitters is released from its vesicles. So these are the neurotransmitters which are released into from the vesicles into the gap. This is the gap, into the gap or the synaptic cleft, and attaches to a protein receptors on the dendrites. And these neurotransmitters which are released into the gap are attached to the receptors. These are the receptors which are attached to the receptors on the protein or on the other dendrite. Interaction of neurotransmitters and protein receptors open postsynaptic membranes ion channels for sodium. After transmission, the neurotransmitter is either degraded. So the neurotransmitter which was released into the cleft, synaptic cleft, either it gets degraded by an enzyme or it is taken back. It is taken back into the presynaptic membrane by a transporter or reuptake pump. So these are the various stages of the chemical synapses. Now coming to the electrical synapse. The electrical synapse is where there is transmission of the nerve impulse without the use of any of the chemicals or neurotransmitters. These are called gap junctions, which are tubular structures that allow the passage of ions from one cell to the other. Thus, the ionic current spreads from the presynaptic cell to the postsynaptic cell. The electric synapse have certain advantages. The electrical synapse help in faster transmission of impulses as there is no synaptic delay. They are important in bringing about simultaneous stimulations of several neurons or muscle fibers where coordinated contraction is necessary as in the heart. The electrical synapses allow two-way communication or transmission. Now, let us discuss about the neurotransmitters. There are dozens of different neurotransmitters in the neurons of the body. The neurotransmitters can be either excitatory or inhibitory. Each neuron generally synthesizes and releases a single type of neurotransmitter. What are the properties of the neurotransmitters? It's synthesized in the presynaptic neuron, localized to vesicles in the presynaptic neuron, released from the presynaptic neuron under physiological conditions, rapidly removed from the synaptic cleft by uptake or degradation, presence of receptor on the postsynaptic neuron, binding to the receptor elicits a biological response. Now, let us see some of the neurotransmitters: acetylcholine, dopamine, GABA, which is also called as gamma aminobutyric acid, glutamate, glycine, norepinephrine, and serotonin. Acetylcholine is a neurotransmitter used by the spinal cord neurons to control muscles and by many neurons in the brain to regulate memory. And dopamine is a neurotransmitter that produces feelings of pleasure when released by the brain reward system. GABA, the major inhibitory neurotransmitter in the brain. Glutamate, the most common excitatory neurotransmitter in the brain. Glycine, a neurotransmitter used mainly by neurons in the spinal cord. Norepinephrine, norepinephrine acts as a neurotransmitter and a hormone. In the peripheral nervous system, it is part of the flight or flight response. Serotonin, a neurotransmitter involved in many functions including mood, appetite, and sensory perception. In the spinal cord, serotonin is inhibitory in pain pathways. Thank you, students.